So, what happens when you remain in no contact? Hi, I'm Amy, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. I'm a certified attachment style coach, and I help anxious attachers break the cycle of avoidant and emotionally unavailable partners so that you can really thrive in your independence and prevent future heartbreak. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about what happens to you when you remain in no contact. Before I start, I do have a 6-week self-study course available in my bio. It is the exact blueprint I used to heal my anxious attachment style into more secure attachment. And if you want a more personal approach, I do offer one-on-one coaching, which you can book via the link in the bio. So let's get started, because we've all been there where we've been Googling how to get your ex back or how to move through a breakup, and no contact almost always comes up. And a lot of people tend to use no contact as a, if I white knuckle it for 30 days, then they'll miss me and then they'll contact me. Or if I white knuckle it for 30 days, I'll contact them and then, this whole thing would have blown over. This isn't the kind of no contact I'm talking about. This is when you have made the conscious choice to choose yourself over this relationship. So you have made the conscious choice to no longer abandon yourself for a relationship that is no longer serving you. And if it is that you're in the camp of 30 days no contact, absolutely no judgment, you guys. I've done it too, where I've thought, right, okay, I'll count down the 30 days and, you're waiting for the day that you can, there's no judgment at all. You are where you are. But this video is for people who have had quite enough of the roller coaster up and down nature of a relationship with either an avoidant person, a narcissist, or generally toxic person. When you've had enough of that and you are truly doing no contact, where you are in a place where the thought of never speaking to that person again is not making you spiral, or you have personally realized that being on your own is more healthy and better for you than being in that relationship. When you're in this camp, you are well on your way already to breaking free of this relationship. But what I want to do is let you know what is on the other side of this no contact. The people that I speak to and the people I coach, they're usually newly out of a breakup, or they have been broken up with, but the contact's still there. And I can tell you guys categorically, the people that are still in contact with their exes have a much harder time healing themselves. They also delay the inevitable. They delay actually processing the end of the relationship and the lessons that they can learn from the ending of this relationship. All of that gets delayed if you are still in touch with your ex-partner. Now, if it is that you have to be in contact with your ex-partner, for example, if you co-parent with that person, then, we want to keep the contact as minimal as possible. If it is that you are still in contact with your ex, you are still wishing and hoping that this relationship is still going to work, then you are delaying this. So when you are in no contact, the first 3 days are going to be the most difficult, because you are used to speaking to this person every day and suddenly you're not. So it does feel like you are quitting a drug, because that contact has become so addictive that every time you got the breadcrumb of contact, maybe you got a little text message, it feels to the nervous system like love and hope and happiness, because you are so accustomed to breadcrumbs that they actually satisfy you. But the problem with breadcrumbs is that it doesn't satisfy you for long. And actually, guys, you deserve a full loaf of bread, not just a little breadcrumb. So expect the first 3 days to be hard. Once you get through the first 2 weeks of no contact, what I mean by true no contact is you're not texting your ex, and preferably have them blocked, and you are not looking at them on social media either. So what you are doing is you are removing the triggers. You are removing the triggers that force you into that longing state of wanting to speak to them. That is what true no contact is. Because even if you're not speaking to this person, if you're still going on their Instagram and Facebook and looking at the stories and things like that, you are not doing true no contact. You are not doing yourself any favors. And if you struggle with doing all this at once, then stagger it. Block them on WhatsApp first, then next week block them on Instagram, next week block them on Facebook. Stagger it. What we don't want to do is overwhelm your nervous system so much that you're setting yourself up to fail. This is going to stretch your nervous system, but also not to the point where you just revert back. If you think about it like when you're on a diet, for example, and you go all in on a diet and you're craving a chocolate bar, and then all of a sudden you binge it, and all of a sudden then you're binging on chocolate. We don't want to do that. We want to make it so that it is actually achievable for you. And guys, I've helped people the world over with this very same problem. If it is that you can figure out how to stretch yourself, but not to the point of breaking, that is what we're aiming for. So that might be, for example, you guys, that I don't think I can go full no contact with this person yet. Reduce it. I'll only send a text once a week, or I'll only look at their Instagram once a day, or something like that. Set yourself a goal that is achievable so that you can actually bring that contact to an end. So once you've got through the first 30 days, guys, give yourself a massive pat on the back, because it's hard. This is not easy, particularly if you've been in a relationship where there has been intermittent reinforcement, because the very contact itself is addictive. So if you've gone 30 days with no contact, no looking on social media, no texting this person, no asking friends what they're doing, if you've managed to go 30 days, you are well on your way. You are 75% there. And I'm hoping by the end of that 30 days that you are going to start feeling a lot better as well. Because the longer you can stay away from that person, away from the trigger, and away from that toxicity, you are going to start seeing a lot more clearly things in the relationship that you didn't like, things in the relationship that weren't fair. You're going to see how the relationship was imbalanced. You're going to see how this relationship was not serving you. And from this, you're going to gauge what your boundaries will be in future, what your yeses and nos are. You're going to learn how to prioritize yourself. You're going to learn how to choose yourself. All of these wonderful things come from no contact. And if you are still in contact with your ex, you are missing out on all of this growth. You are delaying all of this growth, and ultimately delaying yourself getting into the relationship that is right for you. After 60 days of no contact, you're going to feel even better. You're not going to view and perceive this person in the same way anymore. You are not going to crave this person so much. Now, I'm not saying, guys, that you're not going to have bad days. You will. There will be things that you didn't even expect to trigger you, and they're going to come as a surprise. For me, for example, I went on a night out with my friends, came home to an empty house that was dark. It was the early hours of the morning, and I felt I'd had such a great night, but when I got home, I felt heavy. I felt sad coming home to an empty house, and I did not expect that, you guys. I like spending time on my own, but for whatever reason, that night just triggered this longing sensation, that sensation of, oh, I don't want to be on my own anymore. Why am I on my own? And, I did get upset, but that's okay. You are going to have these moments, and just roll with it for now. They will become less and less and less. It does not mean you're going backwards. It does not mean that you're not doing this right. It doesn't mean that you're not healing. What is stopping you from healing is keeping in contact with that person. You are being drawn back into the cycle every time you message that person. And this cycle is hard enough to break without exposing yourself to the thing that's causing the cycle in the first place. But essentially what you are doing is you are seeking healing through the thing that's caused you the harm. So when you look at it like that, it is illogical, absolutely illogical. But when you look at it like that I'm seeking healing in the thing that's caused me the pain. If it is that you are a person that does struggle with no contact, try and remind yourself of that. So when you're feeling that urge to, I need to message them, remind yourself of that. Remind yourself of, this is the thing that's caused me the harm. This is why I'm in so much pain. This is why I can't let this go. And make a promise to commit to yourself. Do one thing today that is just for you. Instead of waking up in the morning and checking your phone, go and have a healthy breakfast instead. Then check the phone. Delay it. Delay it as much as you can. In my experience, true no contact is the fastest, most efficient way of moving through these breakups. It is going to teach you how to not abandon yourself. It's going to teach you how to prioritize yourself, how to know what your needs are, how to know what your boundaries are. It is going to teach you to be okay on your own. It's going to teach you to leave other people alone and focus on yourself. So I hope you found that video helpful. If you did and you like this content, please consider subscribing to this channel. I'm Amy, and it's an absolute pleasure to help you improve your self-worth, and I will see you in the next video.